Good student. Today we'll be learning enlarge a shape by a positive integer scale factor. Okay, I repeat. Today's topic is going to be on enlarge a shape by a positive integer scale factor. Get ready, and you know what that means. It means ready to learn. And quickly before that, we sent to you previous experience. Work out 3 times 5. That is 5 lots of 3. 4.5 times 2. That is 4.5 lots of 2. 6 times 1.5. That is 6 lot of 1.5. 11 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2.5 and 3 divided by 0.5. Have a go on that. Quickly. All right. The answer to the first one, 15. The second one, 9. The third one, 9. The fourth one, 5.5. The fifth one, 4, 6. That's correct. That's correct. Perfect. All right. Today we'll be learning. Let's learn today. Let's learn today. Okay. All right. Today is going to be on enlargement. As I said earlier, write the scale factor from shape A to B. First, we need to know that we need to find the corresponding sides of these two shapes, name A and B. These and these are corresponding what? Sides. So to get this scale factor here, and one thing we need to note here is A to B. That means A is our real object, while B is the image, okay? And for that, we know that for every scale factor SF, it is the real over the what? The image is the image over the real, okay? That is the image over real. That is image over the what? The real object, okay? So which implies that A is what? Is the real, while the B is what? Is the what's it called? Is the image. So therefore we have scale factor which has been given to which we are looking for equals 27 divided by 3. Okay, and 27 divided by 3 is nothing but what? 9. That means the scale factor of this is what? Is 9. Okay, if scale factor is 9, our SF equals 9. Okay, and we can equally find this having known our scale factor to be 9. Okay, so to do this, we just multiply 3. We divide 9 here, because here is a way round. That is B to what? To A. So which implies that here B becomes what? The real, while A become what? Image. Okay, so we therefore have it as B to A, that is 9. Okay, already we know the scale factor to be 3. We just need to divide 9 by 3. And that equals what? 3. That means that equals what? No, that equals 9 rather. So here is 1 centimeter. Okay, that is what? 1 centimeter. The same thing, if you are to walk this from 1 centimeter back to this, it's going to be the real, which is what? 1, over the image, which is what? 9. The scale factor is still 9. Okay, so that is how to find scale factor of what? Given shape. All we need to do is to locate the corresponding size of the given what? Shapes. Then apply the rule of what? Scale factor. That is image over what? Over the real, okay? All right. Here is another question. Write the scale factor from shape A to shape B. The corresponding size here is 1.5 centimeter. It's corresponding to 6 centimeter here. So to apply the rule, we know that scale factor equals what? The real, the image, all over what? The real object, okay? And the image here is what? Is 6. Okay? Is that clear? That is 6 centimeter. Okay? Is that clear? That is what? 6 centimeter, and 6 centimeter divide by 1.5 centimeter. Yes, that's the corresponding size. That gives us what? 4 centimeters. Okay? For what? The scale factor is 4. The scale factor is what? Is 4. That is, when 1.5 is multiplied by 4, the answer becomes 6 centimeter. Okay? That is, we enlarge 1.5 to give what? 6 centimeters. Okay? The same thing can be applied to this. To get this corresponding size, all we need to do is to multiply 3 by 4, and that gives 12 centimeters. Okay? So that means the scale factors of enlargement here is what? Is 4. Is 4. Okay? That is the scale factor of what? Enlargement. Okay? All right. And then here we have a rectangle is 10 centimeter long and 6 centimeter wide. It is enlarged by scale factors of 5. Find the dimensions of the enlargement, dimension of the enlarged rectangle, okay? Simple, easy. We know that the corresponding size to this rectangle is initially 10 centimeters, okay? So to make it enlarged by 5 scale factor, we need to just multiply this by what? 5. That gives us, the length gives us what? 50 centimeters. That's the length. Okay, that's the length. Okay. For the width or breadth, okay, the width is going to be 6 multiply 6 centimeters multiplied by what? 5 scale factor, okay, scale factor 5. So, and that gives that's nothing but what? 30 centimeters. That means the width, the image now is what? 50. The length of the image is what? The 50 centimeters, while the width of the image is now 30 centimeters. Good. All right. The shapes below are enlarged by scale factor 3, as you can see them. This is the real object. Initially, knowing that it is enlarged by scale factor of 3 means the smaller are the real image, okay? This is this shape A. This is the image. Because all you need to know is here covers just one what? Squares units. So to enlarge it, that means you're enlarging by what? 3 squares units. That is how we got this to be 3 square units. Okay. Here initially was 3 square units. So enlarged by 3 scale factor becomes 3 multiplied by what? 3, which equals what? 9. That is how we got this to be what? 9 square units. Okay. The same thing with this one, 2 square units enlarged by 3 square. By scale factor 3, it makes it to be 2 multiplied by 3, which gives us what? 6. That is how we got this to be an enlarged shape of what? A. Okay, that is that. The same thing to shape A, shape. Let me give this C. Okay, C is also enlarged by the scale factor 3. Here we have 1 square unit times 3, that's going to be 3 square units here. 2 square unit here is going to be 6 square unit here. While here it is 2 square units multiplied by 3 scale factor, we got what? We got 6 square units. That is how these shapes are what? Enlarged. Okay. All right, now let's see how we can enlarge. Given the center, have a go at question 1 and 2 on the worksheet. It's your turn probably, actually, but let me help you. It's your turn, but I need to help you here due to the center of the center given to us here. Center of an enlargement, okay? We call this center of an what? Enlargement. No matter the amount of enlargement, the number of enlargement you want to make, all the shapes, all the numbers need to maintain the rule of this center. They must not go outside these centers given to this center of enlargement given to us, okay? And to do that, having marked our center to be letter A, first thing you need to think of is how was the movement of this shape from the center, okay? The first shape, if you look at this, it is 2 square to the right and 1 square up. But remember that our enlargement is what? Is 2 scale factor. That means every movement here is going to be multiplied by what? By 2. So initially it was 2 to the right, 1 up. So here is going to be 2 times 2. That is going to be what? That's going to be 4 to the right. And the real object was 1 square up. But now we have scale factors of 2. The image now is going to be 1 times 2, which is going to be 2 square up. So therefore, we have our first point to be in this place. Okay. The third point was 3 square to the right and 3 square up, which means we are multiplying by 3 times 2, okay?